A debate over whether or not to cut education funding in order to create more jobs for the community was conducted by the UCC Debate Club at Whipple Center Stage Theater on February 25th. The topic of education in today's economy was decided on by a poll of UCC students and was debated by 6 members of the debate club. The participants arguing for the affirmation were Austin Snelling, Simon Stacy, and Maritza Flores. The negation was represented by Sam Rodriguez, Ron Gordon, and Mara Flores. Here are a few highlights from the debate.
The current unemployment in the state of Oregon, 10.6%. That's ranked 45th in the United States. United States as a whole, 9.8. 0.8 difference in unemployment. Now what has caused that? Is it waste from Department of Transportation? Is it the timber industry going down? Or is it too much funds being poured into education?
The point that I want to get across is that we cannot feed this fire of cutting education, because in the long run, it's going to kill our place in the world, and it's going to put us under the authority of all the other countries that are going to succeed us. I'd like to end with this quote from my good friend Steve Forbes. The real source of wealth and capital in this new era is not material things, it is the human mind, the human spirit, the human imagination, and the faith in our future.
My opponent talked about the United States' reputation for success when it comes to education. If you look across the world, the United States does not have a reputation for success. England, China, Japan, Germany, Switzerland, all of these are beating the United States in reading, math, science, and native languages. The fun part about it though, the United States spends more than any of them on education. 150% more than Japan, an extra 30% more than England, an extra 14% more than China. The United States education system is broken. As Senator Jim Coburn said, it is literally choking on the amount of funding it gets each year.
The road to our economic recovery is going to be long and rough, but in order to be successful and close the wound, we must educate our citizens. Peter Drucker said it best: we live in an age of innovation. A practical education must prepare a person for work that does not yet exist and cannot yet be clearly defined, end quote. We would ask our opponents, where are we going to cut spending? And can we really afford these cuts?
It'll take a long time, yes, but it will help increase things in the long run, and that's what we really want, is to help increase. What about those people with the master's, doctorates who can't find jobs? You know, just because you have a master or doctorate doesn't necessarily say that you will get a job. It doesn't necessarily make it in stone that you will get one coming right out of college. Most people want experience. Experience is what's really looked for these days, and coming right out of school without that isn't going to help you that much. You know, due to the economy being bad, not many people going to school, junior colleges or universities, have jobs right now to pay for their bills. And what jobs are they going to get? They're not going to get professional jobs. They're going to get jobs that they can get easily that'll help with them, like, you know, vocational skills. Yes, junior colleges do have some classes for vocational schools. That's good. We're not saying reduce funding from that, but more looking at finances from universities and other colleges, seeing where that funding from state and federal income is going to, and trying to see, do they need that? Do they not need that?
Fewer students means less funding. Less funding means more increases in tuition. And education is priceless. For a career, not just a job, a good education is needed. The job field is changing, and education is the key.
While you probably don't like the idea of your education funding being cut, you're going to like the idea a lot less when you get out of school and you realize there are no jobs anywhere. For all the people who come out of school and get a great job, there are hundreds upon hundreds more, like Austin's sister, who come out of school with a great degree and are ending up having to work at UPS for 15 hours a week. It'll be a hard thing to do, but we need to do it. It is a necessity to make sure that everybody can have a job when they come out.
We live in a new century. We have the internet. I can talk to somebody across the world in 5 seconds. The knowledge that I had last year from CIS 120 is outdated. Education is something that is ongoing and will continue to be needed in this coming century. America is already slipping behind the rest of the countries. We cannot afford at this time in an economic depression to keep low-paying jobs, to start funding low-paying jobs and not educate our citizens. We need to take this opportunity right here at this time to push our education. We need to educate ourselves. We need as much funding as we can to educate ourselves and make sure that we have the best education in the world and that we can rise to the challenges that are coming. We don't know what type of world is going to be there, but we know it's coming and we have to be ready for it.
The Debate Club plans to continue the annual tradition of debate exhibitions in future years. They're also currently working towards having a formal program established on campus beyond being a student-led organization. The Debate Club meets every Friday, except for finals week, in Snyder 18 from 12 to 12:50. For the mainstream, this has been KC Crouse.